Good afternoon. Lori Parlin, Shingle Springs Community Alliance. I'd like to ask you to cut the purse strings to the county chamber until it cleans up its act. Perception is reality, and the perception is that the chamber is run by a board of directors that has caused our county nothing but grief. And what's unfortunate is that this is all about money, without regard to our quality of life in El Dorado County. Mark Lester of Sierra Pacific Industries is the president of the Chamber's executive board. Why? He is not a local small business owner, and my understanding is that he does not even live in our county. SPI was responsible for closing down our mill, which was devastating to our local economy. There are groups out in the community right now at this very moment trying to undo what SPI has done to our county. Kirk Bone of Parker Development is at the top of the list of the Chamber's board members. Why? Well, I realize it's an alphabetical list, but still, why is he on there? Parker is working against communities that want to preserve our quality of life in El Dorado County. Yet the Chamber's mission statement is to advocate and promote a strong, healthy, and diverse business community to preserve the quality of life in El Dorado County. If Parker's mission is to overdevelop the county with rooftops, with projects like Marble Valley and Central El Dorado Hills, how is that preserving the quality of life in El Dorado County? How much time and energy have we wasted here in this room fighting about projects like Marble Valley? We could all be out doing positive things in our community with all that time and energy instead of being here fighting for our quality of life.
That's for sure.
So I need to get back to the money because that's what it's all about. We know that SPI and Parker both have a lot of money, and they use it to influence decisions that are made in our county. Did any of you receive the phone call from Mike Kovas of the Chamber last week? Anyone?
Yep.
Yeah. That was such a deceptive maneuver by the Chamber because it was full of lies. I don't like calling anyone a liar, but I'm doing it today. Just flat out lies. I sent each of you the press release that I submitted to the media about the phone meeting because I'm asking the FPPC to look into charges of slander. It's one thing to disagree with an issue, but it is totally different to present lies to make your case. Here's a couple examples. We actually transcribed, we had 48 minutes of that phone meeting recorded. Here's a couple excerpts. These are Mr. Kovas' words. M, N, and O. He's lumping them all together. They are separate initiatives, and he should talk about them separately, by the way. I'm very angered about the way this is being handled, especially, I guess Rod Pimentel was here this morning talking about their signs. Not acceptable. M, N, and O take our power over land use decision and turn it over to Caltrans and state bureaucrats. Measure O just wants to get rid of an urban boundary line in our county, guys. We love our county. We like our county the way it is. That's all it is. He shouldn't have lumped those together. M, N, and O take our power over land use decision and turn it over to state bureaucrats. I don't know what he's talking about. N and O, he's lumping N and O together now, are supported by a group called, I can't really exactly remember their names, but they are people that do not wish to see any growth occur in our county at all. Okay, I'm a proponent on Measure O, and gosh darn it, I campaigned as a candidate for supervisor on the fact that I want our county to grow. I did. I would like it to grow, though, in a way that matches existing communities. That's my battle. So this is a flat-out lie. This one's long. I won't bother reading it. Here's a personal one. He actually mentions my name. This is Mr. Kovas. And the other ones, N and O. Again, he's lumping them together. They're totally separate, not acceptable. He is misleading the public. There's that group that's led by Sue Taylor and Lori Parlin, who are actively trying to stop just about any type of activity going on in this county. Again, another lie. I campaign for reasonable growth. I don't want to stop everything. I want good things for our county. So that's the chamber. His whole phone call said, Mike Kovas, on behalf of your chamber. Okay? So that's done with that. I haven't had time to go and find all the reports, those 460 reports, to know exactly who paid for this fiasco of a phone call. But I do know that Parker has already spent tens of thousands of dollars in the campaign against all of the land use initiatives. And other chamber members like Mike Kovas and Krista Campbell, used to be Kim Beal was on there, I don't see her anymore, but she was on the 460s. They have all been listed on the 460s for the effort against the initiatives. The point is that there's big money being spent against community efforts, and to perpetuate lies like these and that phone call from Mike Kopis are unacceptable. Remember, we were here this last year, I'm going to finish really quick, about the same issue because the Chamber's Political Action Committee was using the county-funded chamber building for their meetings. Remember that? Okay? And then I was just here a few months ago asking you again to cut those purse strings to the chamber until there's a clear distinction between the chamber's activities and their political activities. It is mushy out there, guys, and people are listening to what they're saying. They need to be separate. I think that this is a fair request. So, how about we ask those chamber board members with the big money to fund those chamber programs? Or better yet, how about you take a stand and tell the chamber that you will not fund any more of their programs or continue funding their building until they change out their board and find members that are small, local business owners and actually reside in our county. I urge you not to fund these chamber programs until the El Dorado County Chamber changes its way, and I'm specifically talking about numbers 3 and 5 on that list. Thank you.
Thank you, Lori. Any further public comment on this item? There being none, I will close public comment and bring it back to the board for action. Supervisor Michalacco?
Yeah, I'd like to hear from the chamber. Laurel, I know you're making a lot of faces and expressions back there. Is there something you want to say?
I'm sorry, public comment is closed and she's
No,
not.
They're asking for $400,000. Is there something you want to say, Laurel?
Excuse me, public comment is closed. She had an opportunity to speak and she chose not to.
All right, so